Margaret sat at her kitchen table with two receipts in front of her, both from the same Marshalls, the same week, almost the same cart. Her receipt said $190. Her neighbor Ruth paid $126 for nearly the identical haul. Same store, same prices on the shelf. So how did Ruth walk out paying $64 less? Margaret thought she was already a careful shopper. She clipped coupons, she waited for sales, and she still lost. Because Marshalls, the store she trusts, is built to make a smart woman feel like she won when she actually overpaid. Today, I am going to hand you the exact system Ruth was quietly using. Most people over 60 have never heard a word of it. Here is what makes this sting. On a fixed income, every dollar already has a job. The grocery dollar, the medicine dollar, the gift for the grandchildren dollar. There is no raise coming to cover a mistake. So when a store trains you to overpay, that is money walking out of your retirement week after week. And Marshalls, like the rest of the off-price world, is very good at it. The biggest trick hangs right on the tag. It says compare at $80, marked to $30. Your eye sees $50 saved. But that compare at number was never a real price. It was chosen to make $30 feel like a gift. You did not save $50, you spent $30. There is a difference, and they are counting on you never seeing it. Before we get into it, do me one favor. In the comments, tell me the one store where you always feel like you overpay but cannot say why. I read everyone, and your answers tell me which video to make you next. First, the one number on the tag that tells you if it is treasure or junk. Look at the long number printed on any price tag. The very last digit is a quiet little confession. If that last number is a 1, the item was made for the store. A brand built it cheaper, on purpose, just to catch your eye. Lower quality, and not really a deal. But if that last number is a 2, you are holding the good stuff. A 2 means genuine overstock from a real retailer, the same item that sat in a nicer store at full price, now marked down because they simply made too many. That is the bag, the coat, the shoes you actually want. And if you see a 7, the item was discontinued. Once it is gone, it is gone. So if you love it, take it home. Most folks your age have stood in that store 100 times and never once looked at that final digit. From today, you read it every single time. Next, the tag runs on a countdown, and almost nobody reads it right. The regular price is just the starting line. The first markdown drops at once. But there is a final clearance tag, the lowest price the store will ever go. Whatever does not sell off that final tag soon gets pulled and given away. So it is not just another discount. It is the last call before the item disappears for good. When you find that final tag on something you would have happily paid full price for, you do not stand there thinking about it, you buy it. Now, the 2 weeks every year when the whole store hits bottom. Markdowns roll all year, but 2 stretches bring the deepest cuts of the year at once, and they never advertise the dates. The first begins the last Monday of July. The second runs the last week of January, timed to the end of summer and the end of winter, when the store is desperate to clear everything for new stock. During those windows, you will watch $200 jackets fall under $40. And here is a quiet bonus most people never notice. The unsold winter coats do not vanish. The store boxes them up and brings them right back next season. So the deepest deal on anything seasonal is at the very tail end of its season. Buy next winter's heavy coat in February, next summer's fan in September. You shop 1 full season ahead, and you pay the bottom price while everyone else pays full. Now, if even half of this is new to you, that tells me nobody ever sat you down and explained how these stores really work. That is the whole reason this channel exists. So if you are getting real value here, take 1 second and tap subscribe. It is free, and it tells me to keep making these for people who have earned the right to keep more of their own money. These last two protect you. The receipt mistake that quietly costs the most. Most people drop the receipt in the bag and forget it. That little slip is worth real money. Bring something back within 30 days with your receipt and you get every dollar back to your card. But lose that receipt and they do not give you what you paid. They give you store credit for whatever the item sells for today. If that sweater got cut to $12 last week, you paid $40 and you get $12. There is one quiet rescue. If you paid with a card and lost the paper, ask them to look up the purchase with that same card. Many times they can find it and hand you the full amount. And know this, every time you return without a receipt, they log it in a tracking system. And if you do it too often, they can stop taking your returns at all. So keep the receipt. Pay with one card you can trace. The discount they will never offer you first. At many of these stores, there is a senior discount floating around, often 10%. The trouble is, it is not the same everywhere. Some stores run it on a certain day of the week. Some run it for shoppers 55 and older. Some do not run it at all because it changes from one store to the next. So here is the move. You ask. At the register, before they ring you up, you simply say, "Do you offer a senior discount today?" That question costs you nothing. The worst they can say is no, and you are right where you started. But when the answer is yes, you just took another 10% off a price already cut twice. Nobody is going to volunteer that money to you. The people who ask are the people who keep more. Ask every single time. Now the stack, where all of it becomes one trip, the way Ruth was doing the whole time. Let me show you with Robert and Margaret, because they finally tried it. They went to a larger Marshall's with a real designer section on a Thursday morning when fresh stock hits the floor before the weekend, crowds pick it clean. They walked the clearance racks first, before the neat displays. Margaret found a stand mixer that rings up at $280, sitting at $70 because the box was a little scuffed. Robert checked the tag on a pair of leather shoes. Last digit 2. Real overstock, not made for the store. And it sat on the final clearance tag. $130 shoes for $34. Margaret found a designer handbag, checked the digit, confirmed it was the real thing, and caught it on that final tag too. Then at the register, Margaret asked the question, "Do you offer a senior discount today?" The answer was yes. 10% came off the whole cart. Now, watch the math. That same trip, bought the ordinary way, runs well over $500 at full retail. Robert and Margaret walked out paying right around $140. Ruth was never lucky. Ruth was running the system. And now you are too. So before your next trip, here are the 3 things to do. First, read the tags. A last digit of 2 is the real overstock you want, and the final clearance tag is the lowest the store will ever go. Second, walk the clearance racks before you ever touch the neat displays, because that is where they are nearly giving things away. Third, keep your receipt and ask for the senior discount out loud at the register every single time. Do those 3 things and you stop being a shopper. You become a hunter. And one more thing. If you know someone still paying full price at Marshall's and feeling proud of it, send them this video. Saving a friend. $60 a trip is a real kindness, and it costs you nothing but a moment. In the next one, I am going to show you the same kind of hidden system inside the warehouse clubs, the one that decides whether your membership pays for itself or quietly drains you. Drop your best find in the comments. I read every one. Subscribe, stay sharp, and I will see you in the next one.